Good morning, class. I am your teacher, Miss Divine Grace Pandan, and welcome back to our English class. How are you today? That's great to hear. Last session, we have talked about the different parts of speech. We are done with vocabulary, nouns, and verbs. Now for today's lecture, we will focus on the adjectives. What is an adjective? An adjective is a word used to describe or modify a noun or a pronoun. Adjectives usually answer questions like which one, what kind, or how many. In English, adjectives usually precede nouns or pronouns. However, in sentences with linking verbs such as the to be verbs or the sense verbs, adjectives can follow the verb. Adjectives modify a noun or pronoun by providing descriptive or specific details. For example, in the selection A Rose for Emily by William Faulkner, the story started when Miss Emily Grierson died. Our whole town went to her funeral. The adjective in the sentence is whole, which modifies the noun town. The adjective here describes the quantity of the noun. Another example is no one save an old manservant. What do you think is the adjective in the sentence? Right, the adjective in the sentence is old, which modifies the noun manservant. The adjective here describes the quality or the state of being of the noun. Next example is it was a big squarish frame house. The adjective here is big, which modifies the noun house, the squarish frame house. Adjectives are words that describe the qualities or state of being of nouns, like enormous, dog-like, silly, yellow, fun, and fast. They can also describe the quantity of nouns like how many, or many, few, or millions. Now let's proceed to the degree of adjectives. Adjectives change in form when they show comparison. Adjectives have 3 degrees that compare one thing to another. These 3 degrees of adjectives express the intensity of adjective in increasing order. First is the absolute or the positive degree. Positive degree is the base of the adjective. It denotes the mere existence of the quality. An adjective is said to be in the positive degree when there is no comparison, just like our previous example. When Miss Emily Grierson died, our whole town went to her funeral. The adjective here is whole, which modifies the noun town. The next degree of adjective is the comparative degree. Comparative degree is used to compare one noun or pronoun to another noun or pronoun. In these instances, only 2 items are being compared. An adjective is said to be in the comparative degree when it is used to compare 2 nouns or pronoun. Words like than and to are used after the comparative adjective in a sentence to show comparison of the 2 things. So the sentence structure here is noun or the subject plus verb, which is the linking verb, plus comparative adjective plus than and plus noun or the object. For example, Miss Emily Grierson is older than the manservant. For most one-syllable adjectives, the comparative is formed by adding the suffix er or just r if the adjective already ends with an e. For 2-syllable adjectives ending in y, replace y with ier. For multi-syllable adjectives, add the word more. And last degree of adjective is the superlative degree. Superlative degree is used to compare 2 or more nouns. They're also used to compare one thing against the rest of a group. It expresses highest intensity or the quality or quantity of the thing in comparison to other things. Words like of and in are used after a superlative adjective in a sentence. An article the should be used before a superlative degree when modifying a particular noun. The sentence structure here is noun or the subject plus verb or the linking verb plus the plus superlative adjective and plus the noun or the object. For example, the squarish frame house is the biggest house in town. Superlative adjectives indicate that something has the highest degree of the quality in question. One-syllable adjectives become superlative by adding the suffix est or just st for adjectives that already end in e. Two-syllable adjectives ending in y replace y with iest. Multi-syllable adjectives add the word most. When you use an article with a superlative adjective, it will almost always be the definite article or the rather than a or an. Using a superlative inherently indicates that you are talking about a specific item or items. And that's it for the degree of adjectives. Now we'll end with a few words about adjectives and style. It's one thing to know how to use an adjective. It's another to know when using one is a good idea. Good writing is precise and concise. Sometimes you need an adjective to convey exactly what you mean. It's hard to describe a red sports car without the word red. But often, choosing the right noun eliminates the need to tack on an adjective. Is it a big house or is it a mansion? A large crowd or a throng? A mixed breed dog or a mutt? A dark night or just night? Always remember to make every word count in your writing. If you need an adjective, use it. But if it's not pulling its weight, delete it. And that concludes our lesson for today. Thank you everyone for attending our class, and don't forget to study about adverbs, which we will tackle next meeting. Goodbye everyone, and see you next week for our next class.